So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning once again. Just listen, 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 and listen. The chirping of these beautiful and of course very toddlers, very energetic, coming in the morning, out of their homes, out of their cocoons, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, just see these children, and of course, the chirping of the birds and the chirping of these children going together. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were discussing yesterday this very big initiative of this China One Belt One Road initiative, which is happening now, today, and tomorrow in China, where more than 65 heads of state and more than 100 countries are participating. This One Belt One Road means that China is connecting Asia, Africa and Europe through the land route, through fast corridors, rail corridors, industrial parks, and of course the train corridors. I want to take the goods to the whole of this this area, more than 30% of the world. And of course, 33% of the good morning. So 33%, of the world trade, this will be under their thumb. They'll be controlling. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you, we need to conclude it now. It was more than $1 trillion. Pakistan gets $50 billion out of this, and $1 trillion of war chest of money China has earmarked and kept in cash in their pockets to rule and dominate the world. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Columbus, when India was having alone more than 15% of the world trade, the share of the trade, which is less than 1% now. So that time, this Christopher Columbus came here, wanted to come to India to discover the marine route to India, when there was only Silk Route, which was a land-based route and had been there for the world to reach India and Asia and Europe and other countries for thousands and thousands of years. There was no sea route because sea is very easy, cost effective and better. So, ladies and gentlemen, this marine route Christopher Columbus wanted to find, and he landed in America. He couldn't find it. Then came Vasco da Gama. He landed at Cape of Good Hope. That is the southern tip of South Africa. Somebody told him that is the correct way to go to India. So he proceeded and reached Goa finally, and these Portuguese, they had very big trade with India, and of course they did a lot of atrocities also, because actually trade is only one way of entering a country. Economics, you just see the example of East India Company. They never wanted to come here to do charity. They never wanted to come here, to love Indians, to love India. They basically came with a malified intention. But first, in around 1500, they took the trade license from Jahangir, the Mughal emperor of whole of India, and who threw this legend goes that he threw this, this trade license at them, and they were very, very thankful, of course. And then they started this trade, and then they groped and grabbed all of these Mughals, and they were just the slaves of Britishers after some time. So, ladies and gentlemen, when so many heads of state, so many people, more than 33% world trade, this China is going to just take through this one belt, one road. Means road, Silk Road, reviving the Silk Road in the 21st century. And then Marine Road. Marine Road, this is known as BRI. Yeah, OBOR. One belt, one road, and Belt and Road Initiative of Xi Jinping. XI. Not 11, but Xi Jinping. So, what is India doing? Because India has refused to send the representation to, this China. So my point is that Narendra Modi ji, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Yug Purush, has decided not to go there, and instead he went to Sri Lanka. Now, I feel that he did a good, because international diplomacy is very important. After all, it's not like having EVMs till yesterday. EVMs were working very nice for the electoral process in India, and suddenly they have gone wrong and create anarchy, create problems and tension. It's international diplomacy and taking the interest of India and 1.3 billion people. So India has decided not to go at this summit of One Belt, One Road in China. Remember that the United Nations chief, United Nations Secretary General, he is also participating. The World Bank chief, he is also participating. And then Madame Lagarde, she is the IMF chief. They're also participating. Of course, Pakistan, he is a stooge. They are a stooge of China. So they also are participating because they think that they are benefiting a lot by this $50 billion. But remember that this East India Company conquered and kept India for 250 years through economics only. First they entered through economy, through trade. So that's a different problem for Pakistan traders, but they should be warned about it. It's very dangerous for them and of course for our brotherly neighbor. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you, see around how beautiful the biodiversity of the morning fill, the morning beauty, the morning breeze, and the morning walk and run. We need to chase our dreams. Chase your dreams by waking up early in the morning and walking and running. That's the actual life. Chase your dreams, wake up early. Chase your dreams, wake up early. So anyway, let's come back to the topic. India, this Pak corridor is going through my homeland, Jammu and Kashmir. This Gilgit and Baltistan. It's an Indian territory illegally occupied by Pakistan. This Gilgit and Baltistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir. It's actually Indian territory. Legally, it is Indian territory. So this is with Pakistan, and through this area only this CPEC, this China-Pakistan economic corridor is going, which is not good for me because it's going through my homeland, a part of Kashmir. So, ladies, I was thrown, of course, I want to remind you, out of Kashmir in 1990, more than 500,000 Kashmiri Pandits, Hindus came out. That's a different topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you, we have decided not to go there. How can we be a party to a corridor? How can we be a party to a corridor which is passing through our territory, Gilgit and Baltistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and illegally now under the control of Pakistan? So Narendra Modi ji has done a very good job, a very good diplomatic move, and at the same time you just see nuclear suppliers group. China had been given veto to use it fairly and nicely for humanity, but they say that this Masood Azhar, which the United Nations, the whole world say that he's a terrorist and he should be designated as a terrorist. They are saying that he's not a terrorist, he's a saint, he's a good man. But at the same time, they are saying this Dalai Lama. You just remember that Pakistan, China is saying, vetoing, is saying that Masood Azhar is not a terrorist. They have vetoed it. He's a saint. But the peace monk, the loving monk, the Nobel laureate, this, what do you call that, Dalai Lama, they're saying that he's a terrorist, he's a separatist. How can it happen? It's not possible. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we are not giving entry to India and doing the nuclear suppliers. We need actually to lift our population. More than 30 million not having India electricity now also out of the 1.3 billion population means that equivalent to American population. More than that in India, they don't have any electricity. So ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, we cannot be party to an initiative which runs through our territory in Pakistan occupied Kashmir and Gilgit Baltistan. So we say no to OBOR, say no to one road initiative, and say no to BRI, Belt and Road Initiative of China, Xi Jinping. You just see that now it's a big problem for China. That is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very big tension for China, because basically China wants to connect through this one belt, one road initiative, the whole of Asia, the South Africa, the Africa rather, because they're going to Kenya, Nairobi, Angola, everywhere, Egypt, everywhere, and Libya, South Africa also. But then they are circumventing India and going to Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia through other routes. But in Asia, India is a very important partner. They are the second largest economy after China. China is around $11.5 trillion. I feel that third largest. In Japan around $2.7, $2.8 trillion. And then, India around $2.5 trillion. So we are big people. We are having big economy. In Asia, India is a giant. So, ladies and gentlemen, when this, this China, India decides not to go, it's a very big problem. Remember in One Belt, One Road Initiative of China. So 1.3 billion people, 20% of the population of the world are saying that no to one belt, one road. They are saying no to Belt and Road Initiative of China. They are saying no to one belt and road, the 21st century Silk Road of China, which is connecting on road and through maritime. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say that this sometimes these people, they take dogs for their benefit. They are cruel people. They are the terrorists of the modern 21st century. No problem, don't worry. So what I am trying to say, this One Belt Road, One Road Initiative, India is having young population. The demographic dividends. So demographic and dividends of, you know, China are finishing. They previously had, you know, ladies and gentlemen, these Chinese people previously had one child policy. China had one child population, one child policy, but suddenly now they have gone for a 2 child policy. So they are having demographic problems. So these children who are born now, they will take another, you know, they will take another lot of time to just grow. But India, more than 65% of population is young. So the way you are having the dividends on the money that you keep for investment in banks. So similarly, ladies and gentlemen, you have the dividends from the population. If your population is young, you take the dividends. So that's known as demographic dividends. So you get cash, you get money from your demography, from your young population, which the world is not having. And thankfully India is having a young population. So ladies and gentlemen, one belt, one road initiative of China is going to not bring the desired results. It's going to fail. It's going to miserably fail when India is not there. The one belt, one road initiative of China is going to fail when 1.3 billion people in Asia, in India, they are not represented in it. So you are leaving the demographic dividend, you are leaving a big chunk of the trade and the international trade pie. So ladies and gentlemen, that was the concluding talk that I wanted to speak about this morning, that this one belt, one road initiative of Xi Jinping China is going to be a miserably failure. China has not addressed the problems of India, the nuclear suppliers group, the Masood Azhar terrorist fiasco, and of course this one belt, one road running through our own land, my homeland, Kashmir, which is illegally occupied by Pakistan, by Gilgit-Baltistan, and Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So when you don't address the Indian issues, these major 3 thorny issues, and you leave the population of 1.3 billion people with a lot of demographic dividends, young population, because remember we are developing at 7.7% GDP growth every year, and there's a deceleration in China, so it is going to utterly fail. The one belt, one road initiative of China is going to fail because India is not there. And I watch and salute, and I watch and I revere and appreciate the beautiful, initiative and the beautiful diplomatic move of our Narendra Modi ji. Thank you. God bless you. Excellent.